in power, Maya. Audra took us higher. Fannie Lou, Ella, NOI, and the Panthers. I thank God for Michelle Alexander. My mama raised me all by herself. Her left hand and her right hand was a help. As a man, I could never understand how she felt. Fuck white supremacy, white privilege, and white wealth.
As men, we must protect our women. We cannot allow cowards to disrespect our women. We must uplift our women and stand with our women. You will not discriminate against our women. Today, you will hear the voice of our women. You will not take away freedom of choice from our women. Every day, you should be trying to repay our women, because it's because of our women that I am a man.
My name is Aja Monet, and I'm a poet, and I'm honored to be here. When people say language has no power, let us not forget it was language, it was words that got Trump in office. It was the power of words. This poem I'm about to read is for the daughters of a new day. Be not discouraged, be not dismayed, be defiant always. This poem is called My Mother Was a Freedom Fighter. She testifies a night song on the woolly back of a mammoth. Shadowboxing rivulets, a mother's cow falls to her feet. A fist in the pouch of a honey-hipped negra. Hill towering over the country. The farmers of plantations, the maids of motels, the mansions, the nurses of hospitals and camps, the shamans and huts, walking to work in dawn fog with heretic hands, a chupacabra suffering in solos, or a black unicorn refugee panhandling at the border of an upside-down dimension. Beguiled by bars, bearing the burden of crimes of love, cold sweat, despair, almonds, denied a passport to mercy, a citadel of judgment. She was born in the bulwark of bordellos, brothels, poor women, least love, and pawn shops shaped as men, traversing the sins of them. Unyielding wind blows her back into dirt roads, waves dimly seen. My mother was a freedom fighter, singed at the stakes or drowned at sea. She studied the way of water and gills. She is a mermaid. She is an archipelago of shanty towns. She is made of invention and necessity and found scraps, a bouquet of bloody music in her hands, cane of sugar, leaves of tobacco, a cluster of bananas, coffee beans, the husk of corn, a poppy seed tea shrub, spikelet of wheat, rice flour, gold nuggets, diamonds and coltan. My mother is an incantation bellowing from the fields and mines. Look for her in the ruins, at the funeral procession, drunk off palm wine, screaming in a traffic of arms, lonely. She is lonely but not alone. Remember her on the shores of Gory. She pinched yam and okra seeds in her baby's hair, chauffeuring the wrath of our stories for when the fowls come home to roost. Enduring the tides of whips, she wept by a mangrove and carved a spear from her lover's bones. Spitting on her thumb, she smeared shame from her children's cheek. Blessed and esteemed, blighted dreams born of zealous sires laying with her in a stretch of orchids, honeysuckles, daffodils, cotton blooming or splayed on a cot during a conjugal visit. Switchblade in her boot, straw hat sitting on her braid. She touches herself, moaning. Pleasure pours gently on her in broad daylight. She was captured in the middle of a gunfight, muzzled by averted ears, smarmy smiles, and what befell their humanity. Remember, my mother was a freedom fighter. Ever a drought, she gathers clouds on one accord and they rally above her, fermenting nature. Her courage, she is beyond what names her courage. She arrived quarreled by instinct to petition for presence. It was a woman, it was a black woman, dark as night, dark as love. It was a woman who nannied neglect and marooned parishes. Hooting and hollering, she midwife revolutions in rainforests, Amazon, cities, sediments of her sorrow beseeching. Because of the eye of the storm within her, they called her magic, merely more. She was a freedom fighter, and she taught all of us how to fight. Love y'all. Keep fighting. Thank you.